continue the development of the action-packed action game that I'm developing. I streamed earlier today. It was a shorter stream. This is a continuation of that stream. And I am actually going to complete everything that I put on the title. So, well, maybe not. I'm not gonna complete handling lag completely, but I'll definitely complete the shotgun reload, and I'm gonna continue to do lag compensation. But ultimately, I think, well, I know that it's gonna take at least this whole week to complete that. So today, right now, I'm just gonna focus on lag compensation, and this should not be visible. So there's a problem that I need to fix real quick. Let's go to the in-game widget. It's not visible, so I wonder why it's being set to visible. Let's see. So I'm gonna have to go to the controller, because the controller is what's calling it. Alright, this is public. I need to go to private. And we're calling it a tick. So let's see what's going on right here. All right. I forgot to remove that. Okay. So let us continue. And hopefully this plays this playlist. Okay. So what we're gonna work on right now is I want to do some client-side prediction on ammunition, because if I simulate lag, right, go to config engine.ini, and then I believe the syntax was simulation, hold on, simulation lag. I forgot the syntax already, but I'll check it before I save this. And let me just check it out. So it's packet simulation settings, okay. Packet simulation settings. And we call packet lag, and we initialize that with 100. And I believe that's PKT, right? Some PKT lag equals 100. And actually, I'm gonna put it to 200 so we can see some true lag. Right, and then I'm going to rebuild my project just so that the change I made here on this controller can be cooked into the build, or rather cooked into the settings, so it's like set in place for every time I start the engine. And I should hopefully my yeah, okay, everything seems to, oh, my volume is pretty low. This should be better. Alrighty, so seems like it's done building, so let's open up Unreal Engine and continue this session. Alright, so lag should be pretty terrible. Right. Unless I spelled it wrong. Oh. So we see. Exit out of this crap. Lag's pretty bad. If you look at my crosshair, that's when I'm pressing the shoot button, and look how it's a 2-second delay until the bullet comes out of the gun. So I'm pressing it now, 1 Mississippi. Alright, so it's around 2 seconds, maybe a little less. 200 milliseconds. And when I hold it, it's even worse. And so I just have to, let me check again to see that everything's going well. All right, first things first, let's do some client side prediction on the bullets, right? So to do that, I need to refresh my memory on how I implemented ammo, which should be in the character attribute component. If we go to components, let's look at so when we Okay, so when we reload, so when we reload, this is called when we reload, right? Well, it's actually called multiple times. This is called from when we reload, right? And this is only called on the server, and of course then we're calling this on the client. So a way that we can fix this to make it more well, not more efficient, but more, I guess, faster when it lags, is we can use the client RPC, right? So we are setting the ammo here, and instead of this being replicated, we can make this a client RPC and pass this in as a value and set it here on the client, right? Replication is more efficient, and if we take a look at how bad it is, well, this is the server, so we're not going to see any lag on the server, because the server doesn't lag, right? Because it's the host. But on the client, if we take a look at how bad it lags, so when I shoot, it's supposed to reload right now automatically, but it doesn't until I press a button, because the lag is so bad, right? And I press reload, and you see the lag on the digits. So I press reload, and then reload finishes, and then it takes a while for the server to communicate back to the client. And you know, I mean, the lag, that's just due to lag, so I don't think I really want to mess with it. If someone's connection is that bad, then but actually the reload animation should still play. So let's check in the combat component. We go to shooter core, right? We press fire weapon. If current weapon, so right here, and then fire timer, let's put a check to see if the ammo is 0, and if that is, then we will reload, right? So right here, we're checking if the ammo is greater than 0, and only then are we reloading. So let's see how I want to implement this, because this calls reload. Otherwise, I'm gonna call, I could say if, then I could say else if, and I can get this. So if we can fire, then we can fire, right? Otherwise, check to see if we can reload. And to do that, we can actually grab this. So if current weapon is valid, current weapon get ammunition equals 0, which means we have no ammo inside the magazine. If that's the case, we're going to call reload weapon, right? Else we'll do this. So and then we can also put this right here. And then we can put this right here. Right, and let's check this out. And this should allow us to reload even with bad lag. So as soon as we shoot the gun, it should reload automatically. So I'm gonna just shoot once. I'm waiting for, hopefully I get a rocket launcher. Nope, so I have to do it again. Okay, it seems like I got a rocket launcher. And this class, the server got the rocket launcher. I need a client to get it so I can test it with lag. The client, is that a shotgun or that's a shotgun? Okay, this client got a rocket launcher. So I'm gonna shoot once and it should reload automatically. Okay, it's just lagging very bad. Right, so this works. What I want to fix is I really don't have to fix it. It's not really broken. It's just lag, right? It's the lag or the, if you watch how the weapons are up, the ammunition's updating, right? Try with this client. No, that's a sniper rifle. I'm looking for an assault rifle. So let's try again. Is that I can't tell if that's a sniper. Yep, that's a assault rifle. So if you look at the ammunition in the bottom, it's updating correctly. I guess that's fine. I don't have to do client-side prediction on that. Wait, actually, yeah, I do. If you look, I'm pressing it twice, and it goes down twice until I go. Let me see if I can make it go to. I want to make it go to 1 bullet. Okay, I'm gonna press it twice, and I pressed it twice, but I only had 1 bullet. So that's not good. That's oops, let's do it again. Okay, I'm gonna press it once. Pressed it once, I'm gonna press it twice, and let's see if I do damage. So yeah, I hit the character twice, yet only had 1 bullet. So let's try it again, see if I can, if it's actually gonna give me a confirmed headshot with 1 bullet. So I have 1 bullet in the magazine. I shoot. I'm gonna press the fire button twice, but I shouldn't be able to shoot twice, right? Because I only have 1 bullet in my magazine. So I press it twice. then it shoots twice. But I want to see if I get a confirmed kill. If I can get a confirmed kill like that. So let me open these side by side so I can see the server's health. Ah, sugar honey. I didn't mean to kill the server that fast. Let's see. Okay, dang it. I know what health to make the server go to now. So I need another gun though. Damn it. Ah. Excuse my language, guys. Let me get this gun right here. Might take a while. Okay, it's lagging, but it still worked. So let's see. Okay, right there. I'm gonna make it go down to 1 bullet. And I'm gonna shoot the character twice. And I wanna see if it's gonna allow me to kill them. Okay, so I wasn't sure if that second shot killed him or if that was the first shot. So let me try again. And you see, like, I picked up the new weapon and yikes. No, that was correct. That's correct. Let's see. Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll just pick up a assault rifle from the ground. Some lag. Okay, I got the assault rifle. Now let's bring this character's health down. Wrong character. Okay, 50. Okay. I'll shoot twice and see if I can kill the character. Okay, I need to bring the character needs to be at a health above 50, I guess. So let's spawn this one again. And okay, let's try 80. And shoot twice. Okay, I think I'm tripping because let's try this again. Okay. I have 1 bullet in the magazine. I shoot twice. How much damage does a headshot do? Let's see. Does like 70 damage. Okay. So this is gonna kill. Yep. Okay, so I want to have a little bit above 70 damage. So, yep, this should be good. So, okay, I have 1 bullet. I'm gonna shoot twice, and if it allows me to kill this character, then it's a problem, and I need to do some client-side prediction on the ammo. Yep, it shouldn't allow me to shoot twice. I shouldn't have been able to kill that character because it should only had one bullet, right? So I shot an extra bullet. Okay, let's do some client-side prediction. And let's see. So I'm gonna do client-side prediction on spending ammo. Needs to be done in. I need to go to the weapon class, right? Because this is where we fire the weapon, right? So I could take this out, and we'll call this on all clients. And then we go to use ammunition, right? This is only called in a server. So we're setting the ammunition here, right? And then we're updating it on the server, on the HUD of the server, and then we're calling a rep notify here. We can fix the problem that we just saw with the ammo, allowing me to shoot more times than I should have been able to by doing some client-side prediction. So let's create some variables. So what we're gonna do first is we're not gonna replicate this variable anymore, right? So we're gonna take that out, and I'm gonna remove the replication on ammunition, right? And we can say, we can put a note, updated using client side prediction with server reconciliation, right? So if we go back here, we're going to updating it here on the server, and we can get rid of this. Actually, I'm gonna convert this to a client. It's gonna be client use ammunition, right? Client use ammunition and client use ammunition, client side prediction, right? Rather, client side prediction, use ammunition with server reconciliation, right? I believe this site spelled reconciliation. Let's just do a quick Google search so we don't stay ignorant. I spelled it wrong. Reconcil, it has a C. And I can update the node. Right? Client side prediction, use ammunition with server reconciliation. And we can update this function. And it's a client RPC. Right, so put that U function there, and then we have to put implementation Okay, and we can copy this. And actually, this needs to take a. This is a ammunitions should be an unsigned integer, if I'm not mistaken. 32-bit. We just make sure it's just an int 32. So this will take a const int 32 reference, and we'll call this server ammunition. Right. Because we're gonna pass this in from the server. So let's start this music. Hey, Audio Torres. How you doing, man? Hopefully everything's going well with you. I'm just working on some lagging compensation because started implementing some lag. I started simulating some lag rather, and it's pretty bad. So I'm just want to make sure the game as enjoyable as possible, even with lag. Right now it's lagging. If you see, like right here, I'm simulating around 200 milliseconds of lag, right? Everything's delayed. If you look at the crosshair, when you see it spread on the bottom left, that's when I press the fire button. But then you'll see the projectile come out of the bullet. You see the projectile bullet come out of the gun like a delayed moment later. See? So when you see the crosshair spread, that's me pressing the fire button. And there's a delay until the gun actually fires, right? So that's the lag. And right now I'm working on client-side prediction, the ammunition. So the best way I can explain the problem is if I shoot this character in the head. So let me shoot it in the body. Okay, that's not gonna work. I need to okay, that's so good. So right, I'm gonna shoot until I have one bullet left. Right. Dang it, I messed up. I need to only have one bullet in the magazine, right? And now I only have one bullet on this screen, right? On this character. So I shouldn't be able to shoot twice. I shouldn't be able to kill this character, right? Because if I shoot him twice with a headshot, that's death, right? If I shoot him once, it will just take 70 health away. If I shoot them twice, it'll take like 140 health away, right? This character only has 100 health left, so I only have one bullet, so I shouldn't be able to shoot twice. But since it's lagging so bad, I can shoot twice and I can kill them even if I have one bullet in my magazine. So that's a problem I need to fix. And that's what I'm working on now, some client-side prediction. Yeah. And you said you're doing all right. You can see I'm making progress. Yeah. Slowly making progress. I'm pretty much finished with the combat, right? After I implement the lag compensation, I just have to work on the sniper scopes and shotgun reloads, and then I'm pretty much done, and I can start working on the bugs and then release a playtest build, right? While I work on a dedicated server, the loadouts, getting more weapons and all the good stuff. So right now I'm using these basic weapons that are pretty generic, but these would just be for playtesting, right? So yeah, soon enough I can finally have a build out for people to test out and give me some feedback. But hey man, you say you're doing all right. I can feel you. Sometimes I'm just all right as well. I can do a lot better, but I just think about how bad some people have it. Helps me not to complain as much. All right, so we're updating this on the server. We're gonna pass this on to the client. And we're gonna say ammunition equals. We're passing this in, so we're gonna have to say if, and we need to get this is a component, so we need to get the weapon that's being used, and let's just refresh our memory. Get this right here. We can say if only player weapon is valid, and actually let's do this up above. We're gonna say if only player weapon is valid, or rather if it's not valid, we're gonna return. Then down here we're gonna access, we're gonna say if owning player weapon has authority, right? Then we're gonna call client side prediction, use ammunition, server reconciliation down here. And we're gonna pass in ammunition, right? Otherwise, if we're not on the server, we need to create a variable and increment it that's gonna keep track of basically the updates that we sent to that the server is sending to us to update our ammunition that we haven't received yet. But before we do that, actually no, let's do that right now. And we're gonna call this variable, this is a net, let's see, it's lagging. This variable is going to be called, I'm going to put it under here. Create a new region, and this would be core, network core. And create another end region, right? And we can press tab on this, and then we can create another region, or rather we could just copy this right here, and network core variables, right? Or network variables rather. And this will be a int. Let's see, it can be unsigned int because it'll never go under 0. So unsigned int 32-bit, and we can call this use ammunition. What do I call this? Use ammunition. Just think of a name that will be pretty descriptive in describing what we're saying. Client-side prediction. Use ammunition. Server reconciliation. Unprocessed. It's a long name, but I just need to remember what I'm doing, right? Unprocessed. Client-side prediction. Use ammunition with server reconciliation. Unprocessed. Server requests. So client-side prediction. Use ammunition. Client-side prediction. Use ammunition with server reconciliation. Unprocessed server request counter, right? Long name, but it's my code and I need to know what I'm doing and I need to remember it. So if we're not on the server, we're if we have if we have the authority, we're gonna call this. Otherwise, we're gonna increment this, right? So this keeps track of how many server requests, basically right here. This we didn't receive yet. So down here in ammunition, we're going to say ammunition equals ammunition clamp minus 1. Actually need to use server ammunition right here, or rather you need to use let's see, do I want to use server ammunition or so right here this is the client. We're updating the ammo on the client, and then right here we're saying, so we use it, and then let's see, after we use it, we want to let's see. I update the ammo locally up here. I'm doing this on the server and on clients, and then on the server I'm sending the authoritative ammunition onto the client, right? So on the server, on the client, I need to say ammunition equals server ammunition, right? Because this is now called on the client after we already updated on the client. So I can remove this. I'm gonna write a different note. So I'm saying ammunition equals server ammunition, right? Because I'm passing it in from the server after we already updated locally. Now the server's correcting us, right? And then I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna subtract from it because we just got the notification, right? And then after I subtract from it, I'm gonna update the ammo to equal let's see, now the ammunition, so we update to this, so we're setting the ammunition that we have to the server. So even if after we set it and we use it, right, we use it locally, and then we told us the server also uses it on its end, and then the server sends us the correct amount of ammunition that we should have, even though we used it already. But there's a possibility that the lag is not the lag is so bad that we have the server and the client have different amounts of ammunition, right? So the server is sending us the correct amount, and right here we're incrementing locally how many requests from the server we didn't receive yet, right? And then once we receive the notification from the server with the correct amount of ammo we should have, we set our ammunition to equal the amount of ammunition from the server, right? And then we decrement from the counter of unprocessed server requests. So we're subtracting one. So we received one from the server, right? We received a notification with the correct amount of ammunition that we were waiting for. So we're subtracting one, and then we can set the ammo to equal set the ammunition to minus equals this, right? Because there's a possibility that we're still waiting for requests to come in from the server, right? Because don't forget, we already used our ammunition locally, and then we use it locally, right? So let's say we subtracted one from it locally, and then the server also subtracted one on its end, and then this set the HUD ammunition on the we set the HUD ammunition on the server and on the client, but then we tell the server to communicate with the client with the correct amount, right? Because even though we spent one locally, if the lag is bad, it might not be one that we actually spent. It might be two, right? By accident, just because the network conditions are bad. Like right here, right? I have a shotgun. Okay, it's not good to do with a shotgun. Let me do it with an assault rifle, right? I have an assault rifle, and right, I have one bullet left, but I'm gonna be able to fire twice, right? That's what I mean. So the server is gonna reconciliate our ammunition so we always have the correct amount ASAP. So let's see how many times I can actually fire when I have one bullet left. Look at that. I shot 3 times. So that's what's going on here. And then we're just updating the HUD again, right? So this is client side prediction, and we could write some notes. Say spend use ammunition on both the server and the client locally, then update the HUD, right? Then right here I can write the server has the authoritative ammunition count. Therefore, the server will communicate with the client and let said client know the correct amount of ammunition it is actually holding within the respective weapon magazine, right? Then down here, it's right. The client keeps track of the client keeps track of the client side prediction, use ammunition with server reconciliation, unprocessed server request. That's too long. The server keeps track of the client side prediction, use ammunition with server reconciliation, unprocessed server requests, so that when said unprocessed server requests reach the client, said client can use the value of unprocessed server requests to know how much ammo was used locally how much ammo was used that the server does not, how much ammo was used and not confirmed by the server. This value will be used to subtract from the client's ammunition after it has been set to the value that the server has been set to the value to the most recent value that the server has sent to it, right? And right here, setting ammo to equal the amount that the server sends to us. Decrementing this, I'm setting the ammunition to equal ammunition minus however many server requests we didn't receive yet. Write a note right here. Set the ammunition to equal the amount to minus equal the amount of client-side prediction, use ammunition with server reconciliation, and process server requests. So set the ammunition to minus equal the amount of which have not yet been received. I feel stupid. I don't know how to spell received. I think it's EI. Yep. And actually, I think this name is too long, so I'm gonna call this client-side prediction. I'm gonna call this server use ammunition or server reconciliation. Or rather, server use ammunition. So server use ammunition unprocessed server requests counter. I think that's a better name. And then I'm setting the HUD again, right? So I'm setting the HUD twice. Right. This will keep the local client ammunition consistent while waiting for the server to validate. And in parentheses, I'll just put most useful during poor network conditions, right? And actually I can put this like this. And so I'm gonna compile this, and okay, seems like I got an error. Okay, header 76 on replication ammunition. Yikes, this shouldn't be replicated. Forgot this should not be replicated. And let's continue some music. And we could test it out. Now, if this doesn't work as intended, then I'm just gonna revert back to replication and lagging will persist. So let's pick this up. Okay. Yeah, I think I have to exit out and rebuild because I made some significant changes to the header, like removing the rep notify and taking out authority from here. This isn't a big deal right here, but I kind of like the replication. But it's lagging, then you have to do what you have to do, right? And let's see. All right. So, okay, so let's see that. Let's look at the ammunition. Let me take it to 1 and see if it should not let me press it. It should not let me fire twice. And it does. So and it doesn't even look like it's reloading. Right. It's like an infinite loop. So let's see. What I updated was use ammunition. And I'm checking if this is not valid, then return. Otherwise, I'm using ammunition equals ammunition -1. Right? I'm setting the HUD health. Then if this owner player weapon has authority, I'm calling this, passing in ammunition. Otherwise, I'm passing server use. Otherwise, I'm incrementing this, right? And this is a client RPC. Right? And I'm saying ammunition equals whatever we pass in by the server. Then I'm decrementing this. So this will be 0 the first time. Then I'm saying ammunition equals ammunition -0, right? And I'm setting the HUD health. So shoot once, reloads. Okay, so after I reload, let me see how reloading. I think I need to update reloading. Let's see. Reload weapon. I need to go where this is called. So if this is true, calling server handle reload. Yikes, this takes me to the back end implementation. Let's go to server handle reload. We're calling current weapon reference, update ammunition from reloading. Right here. Let's go to update weapon ammunition from reloading. Then this is one called in the server. We're calling weapon attribute component. This is valid. We're casting this to an unsigned int32. weapon attribute component. Update weapon ammunition from reloading. I don't know why this has 2 colons right there. Let's go to this function. And we're saying if we have the authority, the ammunition. Oh, right. I took out the rep notify. So we're only updating it on the server. Right. So we're updating it on the server, and then we're not updating it on the client because there's no rep notify. So how would I update this? Well, I don't think I'm even gonna keep this implementation because the whole point of this implementation was for the lag, right, of the ammunition. And if we look right here, well, that's the server, so it's not really gonna work. We need to grab this weapon. You see, I'm bringing the weapon ammunition all the way down to 1, and I can still fire more than once after I hit 0. And then that was the whole reason of doing this. So you live and you learn. I'm not gonna implement this client-side prediction because it's not really helping much. So I'm just gonna open up GitHub and delete all that. I can keep this. I'll keep that because that's for reloading. I'm gonna delete this. I can keep that. I'm gonna discard this. I'm gonna leave that. Discard this. Okay. And I'm gonna exit out and reopen Visual Studio. And I gotta remove this extra. There's an extra semicolon. And reload. I think it was in the weapon class. Oh crap. Let me here it is. Let me remove. I didn't forget about you. Remove that real quick. And I'll just leave everything else as it is. Because if you're lagging this bad, then well, that's just too bad now, isn't it? Shouldn't be able to fire extra, but I think I might. If you're lagging this bad, you won't even be able to connect to the server. Honestly, I think if I can figure out a way to do that, then I probably would just implement that. Because you can't have people like this playing. Not people like this, but rather people who are lagging this bad playing. It's gonna make the game unenjoyable for everyone else who's not lagging. Sorry. But this is I mean, this is terrible lag. Like this is like if you have this kind of like lag, then I don't even think you will be playing games in general, because it wouldn't be enjoyable for you either, right? Like I literally can't even do anything, right? It's literally killing itself, trying to stay synchronized with the server, right? Like if we look at the server, where's the server? Let's look at the server screen and see what it looks like on the server. See? There's just no way. So this, if you're lagging this bad, then because a client, like, I don't even, let's see how it looks like with a client. You see that? Like it's not playable. It's not playable. What's next? Let's do shotgun reloads. Shotgun reloads. I need to. Let's see. Shotgun reloads. I need to go to my prototype and go to my prototype and get the animation for shotgun reloads. Okay. I'm not opening that. I'm not signing in. Let's see. I can open Unreal Engine like this. While yeah, I'll just open it like this. And get the shooting animation. And let's get the shotgun. So we know the shotgun is in, let's see. I go to my character. Let us have to remember where the heck I put the shotgun reload. Should be like here, unless I put all the animations in this class. Okay. Okay, here it is. So okay, this is the shotgun reload. Right. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 bullets. And I'm gonna open this location and I'm gonna import it into my project. Let's migrate it. And I don't need all of this stuff, right? I don't need this. I don't need that. I do need this, and I'll delete it after I import it. Blueprints. I don't need the blueprints. Yep, this is it. I don't want to overwrite it. Okay, and then we can open back up the main project. And we have the shooter reload right here. Let's go ahead and replace the skeleton with the skeleton for my project, which is this one. And save it. And we can switch this preview mesh to use Quinn. And we can implement this in the reload. And let's see. I don't have a folder for animations from my. I can just put it in here, I guess. Yeah, I'll put it in here. Actually, starter pack. Should have an. Oh yeah, I'm in the starter pack. So I'll just move it in here. And I can go ahead and fix up the redirectors, right? Make sure nothing's being referenced, and I can delete this. And I can just do the same here. And then let's open up the data asset with the reload. And cover. Let's do non-cover first. Right. Let's see what this. Oh yeah. I need to implement. So if pistol, I should have migrated more reload animations. But those are easy. The shotgun's the most interesting one, right? Because it has like, I want to be able to shoot like after I reload one bullet and I have one in the chamber. I want to be able to shoot. I don't want to have to wait until they're all complete. So that's why I'm specializing shotgun reloading. And actually, before I fix that, there's a problem with. Ah crap! I didn't turn off the lag. Actually, I can do it with the server. There's a problem with the projectile explosive weapons, right? I can kill myself, so I gotta fix that problem because there's a collisions problem, and also it doesn't inflict damage unless it hits them directly, right? But if I shoot them, from, like, if I shoot the ground, there's no damage inflicted, right? See, no damage inflicted unless I hit them directly. And I already know what that problem is, so it'll be a quick fix. Let's go fix that real quick. I don't need none of those open. Let's go to explosive projectiles, projectile explosive rather, and we'll go to delegate callbacks. Actually, apply damage. We need to go here. Open this up. Okay, so we're checking to see if we hit the head, right? We're setting this here, and then we're setting this here. The damage value, we're setting it based on whether we hit the head or not. So let's go to, and it should be radial damage, right? It is radial damage. And let's see, this is the outer radius, the inner radius. I'm gonna put this to, actually the outer radius, I'll put this to 1,000. Not 10,000, but 1,000. And then we can check the damage on and the weapons, primary weapon. Let's check the grenade launcher because that's what we just tested. And let's see what the damage value is. Okay, so the headshot damage value is 200. And this is radial damage, right? So let's change this to let's see, 1,000? No, 700. We'll just keep them both at 700, and let's see if this fixes the problem. And I need to actually compile it because I just made this change right here. And I'm passing a damage value, and this is initialized with, is this true? If this is true, we're passing a headshot damage value, otherwise we're passing a non-headshot damage value, right? So let's test this out. Does this have a rocket launcher? Nope. We'll just grab a rocket launcher from the ground. This lag, I forgot to turn off the lag. And crap, if the lag is too bad, let us, oh, we have a grenade launcher right here, so it should kill if I shoot the ground. Okay, I need to rebuild the whole project because I made some changes, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna take out the lag. Default game.ini. No, I think it's engine.ini. Yep, engine.ini. Take out the lag, and let me make sure that, okay, now we can rebuild it. And we can, so it is applying radial damage. All right, and I'm calling super applied damage, but this doesn't do anything. Right, and I also need to take care of it causing me to blow up, right? Because it kills myself. I kill myself with the explosive when I'm running. and that's a problem with the collisions. So the projectile movement component on the projectile class has its own collisions, and yeah, so like right here. Wait a minute. Did I construct the projectile movement component within the base class? Let's see. We go to weapons, and let's actually go to the private. Right here. And the constructor. Okay, so I didn't construct the projectile movement component within the base class. Alright, it's within the actual projectile classes. I'm tripping. This is projectile CPP. I need to go to projectile. Right, it's right here. So this projectile movement component, it has its own collisions, right? And whenever it hits something, it stops. It stops moving, right? But we don't want that to happen because we are generating our own hit events with this callback, right? So when we hit something, that's when we want to do stuff, right? Such as apply damage, explode, etc. So gonna have to go into the source code and override some functions that deal with the projectile movement component, how it handles collisions, and we'll do that as soon as I validate that I can apply radial damage. I turned off the lag, right? I'm trying to find my mouse. Here it is. Alright, so let's grab a rocket launcher. There's a shotgun, rocket launchers right here, and I should be able to apply radial damage. Okay, still not applying radial damage. But if I run, I kill myself. See, I'm dead right now. Let's try this again. There's a big problem. Let's use this character. And if I shoot the ground, no radial damage. If I shoot the ground, no radial damage. Right? So this is not working as intended. Let me make sure I'm inheriting from the right class. This is a projectile weapon, and this is the projectile class that it's spawning. Go to the grenade launcher. It is projectile explosive. That's correct. We have all of this. Right? So this is correct. Let's look at the code. We're spawning this, and let me minimize it. So this is a delegate callback. When we hit something, we're checking if this is valid. We're setting the visibility to false. We are deactivating the smoke trail. And spawn impact particle, we're doing that. Start destroy timer, okay. Impact sound, good. And if we're on the server, we're applying damage. This is projectile explosive, right? And we're not calling super, If we go to super on component hit, this is we're destroying it. So we're not calling this function, right? So we apply damage, calling apply damage right here, passing in other actor, which is the actor that we hit, and hit result, right? Here we're calling super apply damage. Super apply damage. If we go to projectile, this doesn't do anything, right? So we're checking to see if the owning weapon is valid. If it is valid, we're getting the owning character as well as the character we damaged, right? If both of them are valid, getting the character, the damaged character attribute component, right? As well as the instigator controller, right? And then we're getting the weapon attribute component. Now, once we get in here, this is where all the checks, or rather, this is where the damage is applied. So, we're applying radial damage with fall off. So, let us see what is the problem. What is this right here? Okay, I think this is the problem. Damage causer is this, and then it asks for instigator by controller. Okay, no, that's fine. Ignore actors. This is all fine. What is this? This is the radial. Damage fall off, so it's constant. And what is this? Minimum damage is 33. Hold on a second. Base damage. This is the base damage. Let's just try 1,000 right here. Let's try hard coding 1,000 because I'm not sure. I think something's wrong with this boolean. Right? Wait a minute. I think I know what the problem is. Wait, no, I don't. This I do know what the problem is. We're passing in a damaged character reference, but if we hit the ground, right, this is not going to be valid, right? And we're never going to apply radial damage because we're hitting the ground. We're not hitting a character. That's why. Okay, thank you, Jesus Christ, for the wisdom. Okay, so if we have the grenade launcher, we hit the ground, right? Even if we hit the ground right next to us, we're not applying damage because right here we're passing in the damaged character reference, right? Which is passed in here as other actor. This is not valid because we're not hitting. I mean, even if we hit an actor and we pass it in, if it's not a character, right? If it's not a character, this cast is never going to be, if it's not an animation or entertainment character, to be specific, this cast is never going to be successful, and therefore we're never going to pass this if check, right? So to make everything work right, we need to remove this check right here, right? And what are we using this for? We're using this to get this right here. Okay. And we're using that to set if it was a headshot. So what we need to do is I'm gonna remove this from right here, and I'm gonna place this down here, right? And I'm gonna cut this out from right there. And I'm gonna place this down here. Right. I'm gonna say if damaged character is valid. Right, so this we're casting here to see if we hit a character. And then I can get this. Alright. As well as this. And then if this is valid, if damaged character is valid, then let's remove these if checks because these are not valid. These are not needed up here. And oops. So let's just format this real quick. Okay, and so right here, if this is valid, then we'll pass this in. Right, and actually, let's move all this up here. Right, and put some spaces, and put some spaces. So let's go over this. We'll pass in the damage character reference as well as the hit result. Right, we're getting the owner of this projectile, which is the weapon, checking if that's valid. If it is valid, we're getting the owning character that owns the weapon that fired this projectile. Right, if that character is valid, we're getting the controller of that character. If that controller is valid, we're getting the weapon attribute component from that owner. I want to do this. It doesn't really matter. We can do it like this is fine. If this weapon attribute component is valid of the character that shot this weapon, that shot this that released this projectile, this component is valid. We are getting the damage, headshot damage, and non-headshot damage, right? And then we're checking if this hit result, hit a character. This boolean is set to true, which means we hit the head of a character. Otherwise, it's set to false. You can call this damage value to inflict. And we're initializing this damage value to inflict to this boolean, saying is this boolean true? If so, this damage value to inflict is headshot damage, otherwise it's non-headshot damage. Okay, now we're getting the damaged character that we passed in right here, damaged character reference, and we're casting it to animation entertainment character. If this cast is successful, this variable of a animation entertainment character will be valid. If this is valid, we're using this reference to get the damaged character attribute component, right? And if this reference of the damaged character attribute component is valid, we're calling set B last confirmed bullet hit was a headshot, passing in this value, which was set here. And this is how we set the HUD to display whether we got a headshot or not. Well, rather the beginning of how we set the HUD to display whether it was a headshot or not. And then we're applying radial damage. So I'm pretty confident that that solves that problem. I did increase the radial damage to 1,000. I think that's alright. And also increase the damage of the projectile grenade launcher to, let's see, I increased it, the damage of the grenade to 700. I think that's fine as well. And did it compile? It did. And with that said, I'm pretty sure the grenade launcher will shoot a successful. I need to respawn so I can get the grenade launcher on one of the characters. Okay. No grenade launcher. No grenade launcher. Okay, we have a grenade launcher. And it should be a area radial damage now. Yep. And I should be able to get a headshot. Nice. And I killed myself as well. So it's working nice. Let's see. So that solves that problem. Let us minimize this. And we can, oh yeah, that's right. I need to disable the character from blowing itself up while using a rocket launcher or grenade. So like right here. Okay, it's not working with the rocket launcher because I'm guessing it's too fast. But as soon as I grab a grenade launcher and run forward, it'll kill myself when I shoot. Okay, it's not yet. There you go. See that? So I need to fix that. To do that, I need to go to the projectile movement component. Let's see. Let's go to the projectile movement component class and search for handle blocking hit, right? And these are the functions I need to override, right? So this one, I'm gonna override this return value to return advanced next step, which is advanced to next simulation update. Right, and for handle impact, we're not going to do anything, so we're not going to stop it. Right, I think when we hit right now is currently when we get a blocking hit on the projectile movement component, it's aborting. Right, it's aborting all the simulation because it's detecting the hit result of the character. Right, and then once it stops moving, we run into the projectile and we blow ourselves up. So let's go ahead and override this function. And I'm not sure if I should put that in here or not. Let's see. It looks like it's a callback. So yeah, I'll put it in here. And actually I need to, this needs to be overridden. So override it right here. And I'll override okay. To go back to the class and get the other function. Which is this one. And yeah, 'cause I'm doing this in the wrong class. I need to go to, do I have a projectile movement component class? I don't think I have one yet. Right? That's why I'm just creating this one. So I need to create a projectile movement component. And we'll use that projectile movement component for our weapons. So let's do that. Start the music again. And this will be under intermediaries. I'll put this under weapons. Right. And it'll be a projectile movement. And we'll call this custom projectile movement component. Saying the name is too long, but I'll just end up changing it anyway. And it's in the right module. Let's create these classes and go ahead and rename this component, right? Component. And while I'm at it, this will be a private. Right. And I need to change the name right here. As well as the CPP file. Change that right there, as well as the name of the file. And we can go ahead and define this, fully qualify these functions by defining them. Right, and let's refresh Visual Studio Code. Right. And this will return a this value. Right. So we can return this, and this will not return anything. This won't do anything. Not implemented projectile weapons projectiles which are spawned by projectile weapons handle their own impact when there is a blocking hit. Right, and let's go ahead and compile this. Got a warning, an error rather. Yeah, I compiled it too fast. Okay, it's saying projectile custom project. What is it saying? Not sure what it's saying. What is it saying? It's saying expected and include at the top of the header. All other include. Dang, it expected this. Yeah, it's right here. So put another note right here. When this projectile movement component detects a blocking hit, return so that the respective projectile doesn't stop moving. Simulations shall not be aborted. Alright. Let me exit out of here and open it back up, because I don't know what error message it's giving me right here. Right, I don't know what error message this is. Include I think it expects this, but I custom projectile movement component that generated .h. Oh, is it because I missed the U? Must have been the U, right? Syntax error, missing colon before CPP 8. Right. This is an enumeration, so it doesn't know what it doesn't know where to find this return type, right? Because it's not defined anywhere. So I can either fully qualify it by using this, or I wonder if I can. I mean, it's defined in the projectile movement class, but it doesn't know where to look in there. So I just want to see if I can, right? Because it's defined right here. Right, this is where it's defined. So I need this header file. And let's see if I can get this from, if I include this, I wonder if it'll work. Let's see. Nope. So this won't work. I have to do this. Handle impact. CPP 15. Redefinition of default argument parameter 1. It's a virtual void override. Right? I'm overriding it. So it's telling me that view custom movement component, handle impact, redefinition of default argument, parameter 1. Oh, forgot to take this out. Yikes. Making some noob mistakes. And let's go ahead and minimize these. Actually, I want to make it right. And I'm gonna copy this. And then right here, I'm gonna cast to this class. So let's include this class over here. I'll just put this right here. So we're casting to this class. And let us rebuild the entire project. Right. So this should fix that problem with the character blowing itself up. And we can okay, successful build. All right, let's look at the project. Everything should work as it was before. Okay, we're using the projectile movement component. Right, we're using a custom projectile movement component. I don't like this. Let us what I want to do is the F object initializer, a const F object initializer reference, and we're gonna call this object initializer. Right. And let us go to declaration. What I want to do is, if I can remember the syntax, let's just look at, just basically create default sub-object class, right, using the object initializer. So I think to do that, I need to, let me just look at the syntax again. If we go to character, not this character, this character, right? So object initializer. So let me just copy this. Seems like there's no typo here. And then we're calling super object initializers set default sub object class, right? So calling super set default sub object class. Wait, did I have to? I need to use this first. Object initializer set default sub object class, and this is a template function. The class we're setting is this, and let's see, it's not a character, it should be a actor movement component, I believe. I'm not sure. A actor. Let's see. I need to get the projectile movement component. This is character movement component name. Let's see. Character movement component name. I wonder if I could use projectile movement component name. Let's see. I don't think so. Actor, not a actor, right? I think. No, it is a actor. So let's go to this class and projectile. Okay, so let's see. It's not here. So let's go to, let's see how this is implemented. Go back to defined character movement component. Okay. Right, it's right here. So this is here. I need to, and I can actually close out of this class because I don't need it anymore. Let's go to this class, go to this class, and see if I can find it here. Projectile movement component name. Okay, that's not there. Maybe I can't see. Okay, maybe I'm not, it won't let me do it. Maybe it's here. Okay. Let's see what this, where is it? I need to see what. What I'm looking for is, we copy this and go here. Right. A character, movement component name. Okay, interesting. So I wonder if maybe I don't think the projectile movement component has this kind of, wait, this is the header file. Where's the CPP file? If I go to like definition, right, these are declarations, right? I don't think, okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm just getting, this is even, it's not even a big deal. Just really want to know if I can, I guess I can't. Because I don't know what to set it with. Right? What's the sub-object name of the projectile movement component? Let's see. Let's see if the AI can help me out. Let's see. How to set up with projectile movement component class. Projectile movement component. Or rather, how to set up projectile movement component with object initializer. and he doesn't use the projectile movement object initializer. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. If I type in AI help, AI is not coming to help. Usually the AI is right there with the help. Yeah, I'm not gonna get stuck in this crap. It's not really a big deal. Thought I could learn something new, but I'm not getting stuck on this. Let's go ahead and exit out of all this. I don't need that. I don't need this. And I can go ahead and right. And everything should work. Right. Still have projectiles flying. Yep. Projectiles still work. And if I grab a rocket launcher or grenade launcher, whoa, what is going on? What happened? What was that? That was gnarly. Gosh, what was that? Let me see this again. Shine. What the hell? How'd I get so many deaths? That's definitely not right. Let's rebuild the project. And this should actually be custom. Alright, I don't know what was going on with that explosion, the grenade launcher, but I'll figure it out. Okay. So let's see. See if I broke something. What is going on here? Like, what is this? Like, if I go over there, am I gonna die? I crashed. Crashed the engine. It was just too much for my. It was too much Niagara for my too many particles. Okay, let's figure out what happened. Created this class. And I'm overriding these two functions, right? Oh, I think it's because I didn't, yeah. I think it's because I didn't call this. I'm a scrub. Yikes. Telling you, man, I'm making scrub mistakes after scrub mistakes. Scrub mistakes. I'm a noob. Oh gosh. Okay, well, that should fix that problem. And we just have to wait until this finishes building. And I can go ahead and close this. Same goes for this class. Go ahead and add a few more lines right here. And we can close this class. Close this class. And close this class. Right. And everything should work fine now. I shouldn't be able to kill myself. Let me grab a grenade launcher. Right. Shine. What? Bro. This should not be happening. Let me create another projectile weapon. Let's go to combat system, core, weapon blueprints. Explosive weapon, no. Projectile, it's a primary weapon. Grenade launcher. And I'll create another blueprint class based off of, no, actually I need another projectile class. So this is explosive projectile. Oh, wait a minute. Did I not change the class name? I don't think I changed it. Of the... Hold on. Nope, it's right here. Let's see. Yeah, it's right here. Yep. So let's see if I create another one, if it's still gonna act up. If we go to explosive projectile explosive. Oh, come on, man. I'll create it out here. Alright. Projectile explosive. Right. And just call this test. And I'll move test in here. Okay, I'm just gonna copy everything from this class over here. Right. Copy impact sound. Go ahead and copy this smoke trails. I think that's it. I don't see anything else I need to copy. What is this? No projectile exposed. No bouncing. Yeah, looks good to me. And then we can go to the grenade launcher and change. We're gonna use test. And let's compile this and see if I officially broke projectiles. Shine. Okay. I broke it. I don't know what I broke. I think creating a new... I mean, it shouldn't be broken like this because I just created a new custom movement component for it. See if it does the same thing. Oh man, I know why it's doing that. Hold on. Jeez, this thing reset my speed and all that. I need to go back to the grenade launcher. And this needs to be set back to this one. And I can exit out of this. And I know the problem is right here. So let's set this to like 15,000. Set the speed to 15,000, right? So let's... Okay, that fixes that problem, but it's still flying too fast. Why is it constantly exploding? Let's 7,000. And I'm pretty sure the problem is this thing right here. Advanced next step. Because whenever I hit something, it's hold on. This one doesn't return anything. Let's go to... If I put abort, let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, Yo, this is wild. What is going on? Okay, it's not. This isn't the problem. There's something else going on. Let me go to my projectile weapon. Projectile bullet, rather. Or projectile explosive, because this is where the problem is. And a component hit. I'm just applying damage. Starting to destroy actor. Doesn't make any sense. If I use an assault rifle, or even a sniper rifle. Yo, I'm not. Oh, heck no. You gotta be kidding me. I'm not resetting all the speed again for all my weapons, man. No way. Screw that. It's not happening. I'm gonna undo all that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this. Hold up, before I do that, let me empty out my recycling bin so that I can restore them later, right? So I'm gonna delete them first. And what is this? I can keep that. Discard this change. I can discard this change. This is for, I can keep that change. I can discard this change. Grenade launcher. I can discard these changes. And I'll go delete these two. And I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna copy these two files. And I'll paste them right here. Right. I guess I can't copy from the recycling bin. Let me go ahead and delete these lines right there. Right, so I'll keep those for later. And then let me rebuild the entire project. I hope I get my settings back, like my all the projectile speeds that I set, because I really don't want to set those again. I have to set those again. I am going to do that later. And yeah, just gonna do that later. That's nuts. Close this and okay, let's try if I can get my, let's see if I got my settings back. Because all I did was just create a new projectile class. Right, and I initialize projectile with it right here. Okay, please have my settings. Okay, Let's see. Alright, nice. Got my settings back. And let's try a grenade launcher. Okay. And I got radio damage, so okay, nice. But I still kill myself, so I gotta fix that, right? So, and I'm still alive too. Once I kill myself with it, because it doesn't know what's going on. I really do need to complete the shotgun reload, but I guess I'll just do that later, because it's not much. I just keep putting it off because I don't know why I'm putting it off so much, but I'll definitely do it ASAP. All that's left for me to do is shotgun reload, sniper scope, and do a little bit more lag compensation. And I think that's it. And then start working on my dedicated server. Oh yeah, I forgot about the debugging, fixing the bugs. So that's major. After I finish the shotgun reload, sniper scope, then and the lag compensation, I definitely have to do the fix the bugs, and I have quite a big, not a big list, but it should probably take like around a month, and then I can start working on the dedicated server. While the playtest is going on, but before the playtest, I need to build an environment that's gonna be not like a fully clothed environment, not with with all the actual assets, but just like a gray box environment, better than this of a map that I like. And playtest can be going on in that, maybe like 2 maps. And well, while I build the dedicated server, and I would like to implement some firing mechanics, and like, let me not release too much information, but yeah, I do want to like expand on the combat, but I gotta keep scope in mind. So yeah, I think for now, since I'm just one guy working on this, I will do my best to stay as realistic as possible with how many features I want to add onto the game, because it's already getting pretty heavy. I mean, movement is good. I gotta fix some bugs, of course. And combat is good. Gotta get better weapons. I have nice sounds for the weapons. Now I just need the actual weapons and SFX sound effects. Like, actually I have those too, like realistic muzzle flashes and stuff. And oh yeah, I need to implement grenades as well. Can't forget about grenades. I would like to add C4s and claymores, but those would be like the last touches. I think I want a sniper. And I gotta fix the falling. Sometimes the falling animation doesn't activate. Like when I fall and from a certain height, I expect to roll, but it doesn't roll all the time. So I definitely gotta fix that. Matter of fact, let me check right now, because I think I know what the problem is with that. I go to tick. Wait a minute, it is in core right here. So I need to see, I'm gonna say if owning player, player characters valid and owning player character is locally controlled, only then would I go in here and do all this. I think the server is interfering with some of the animations, right? And let me what the hell? Excuse my language. Let me just compile that real quick. Right. So let's see if that fixed. Okay, I'm still not rolling, so let me restart it because the rolling is activated on landing impact, and this is only activated if I'm on the ground, right? Character action equals no action, and character state equals free roam, right? Then I'm doing this, and me being on the ground is activated. Bees on ground is valid when that green square, that green cube on the bottom, as soon as that hits the ground, that's when I'm on the ground, right? So right, it detects I'm on the ground right now, right? It does the roll. So I think because I'm going too fast when I'm falling from a high height, I'm going too fast for it. Let me see. Nope. Let's go from an even higher place, because sometimes it doesn't work. So I'm gonna do it from up here. Okay, it works with slow motion, right? It's working perfectly when I activate the slow motion. But if I turn off slow motion, it's not gonna work, and that makes me think my speed is too fast, and it doesn't know when I'm actually like. me just double check. So okay, it's working now. Let me go to an even higher place. Or rather, let me do it from... I'm gonna slide down this big slope and see if it does it when I... Okay, see? It didn't do it right there. Which makes me think... But if I activate slow motion, I bet it's gonna work. Right? Slow motion activated. Yeah. So I think because I'm falling too fast. So I'm checking my character state, free roam, character state. Okay. On landing impact. Let's go to on landing impact. I think my speed is too fast, right? Because if I go right here, my ground speed has to be greater than 0 and airspeed has to be less than -900. Okay, less than or equal to -900. So I forgot. I have to fix that bug with sliding. So my airspeed is right here, the yellow. Right, that yellow. Let's see what it says. Oh, I'm on the client, so it's not being calculated. Let me do the server. It's being calculated, but it's not being printed. I can print it if I want, but just keep it simple. I'm gonna use a server. And if I jump from up here, my airspeed, it's working now. It's like on and off. It works when it wants to work. But I want to figure out why I jump from up here. Let me just print all this crap and I'm gonna run off the edge. So airspeed is the second line. Okay. It still says it's 0 and I'm on the server. Let's see. Ground speed is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Airspeed is less than or equal to -900. And I'm printing my speed right here. So let me just copy this. And paste this in here. So I'm only gonna print it. Wait. I'm only setting my speed. That's sad. Okay. Character state. The character state does not equal cover, then I'm setting my ground speed and my airspeed. Character state equals cover, and right left movement value equals 0. Ground speed is equal to 0. Okay, I know why I put that there. It has to do with cover. but we're not looking at cover right now. So let's just see what airspeed is, right? Because still not printing it. If I'm locally controlled, if this is valid and I'm locally controlled, let me just set this right here. Wow, it's still not printing it. Still being set to 0. Oh, it's because it's the clients. It's printing the client speed. See, it was printing it all along, but it was printing it for the client. That's why. So I can go ahead and test it now on the server. And let's see what our speed is. Right. Airspeed. Airspeed is okay, it's negative. Okay. It was like negative 1300, I think. So I think the only solution to fix that, to make it guarantee that I hold on. Here it is. To make it so that no matter how fast I'm going, the right falling animation gets called is by making the box that's under me a lot bigger, right? So let's make it the height of it like 40. See what happens. So that means that it'll detect the ground a lot sooner, right? Which is kind of a bad thing, because if you look, there's a lot of room, and I need to move it down as well, right? Because it's coming up to my shin. So the start location is my root, and I'm gonna set the end location minus effector .f 0.f 40.f. So I'm gonna subtract it downwards by 40 units because I'm making it 40 units high. So let's see. The start is the root, and then this is the end. Let me I'm gonna initialize start with this right here. And then this is the end. Right. It's creating like different. Let's see. Let's change this to 25 and see what this looks like. Because I want to move it down from start. Right, so from the root, I want to move it down 40 units. I don't get why it's creating like two of them. Start, which is this location, and I want to move the vector downwards. Oh, right. I'm stupid. Let's create another vector and call it end. And initialize end with move vector down. I'm gonna start here and we're gonna move it down 40 units. And we'll just use end right here. Okay, so it still wants to create. How's it creating double boxes? It's like, I mean, let's see how it works if I like go up here, right? So I'm pretty high up. Right, I'm gonna spawn right here. I want to see if it plays the falling animation, because my speed is like negative 4,000, right? If it plays it from here, then I'll be pretty sick. Okay, let's try with clients now. So that was a problem. That solved that problem. Let's spawn up here in the clouds. Oh, that's kind of too high. Spawn like right. Sugar honey. I'm moving too fast. Dang it. Let me slow down. Go straight up. Okay, I think that's a good height. Yep. So we spawn here. And the client, I'm gonna go to the client. And let's see if where's the other one at? I don't know where the other one's at. Let's see. Alright, yeah. Yep, that was a problem. So let's fix that. I need to make this bigger. And before I fix this, I'm gonna undo everything. Then I'm gonna do this again. So we're locally controlled. Only then do we do this. We go on tick. This needs to be called, until I fix this, I'm gonna actually just do that. And I'll just fix this by itself. So this needs to be, see, this is the start of the box trace, right? The start needs to be at the root, which is here, and then the end of the box trace needs to be, hold on, the half size needs to be, let's see, I want it to start at the root and go downwards, right? So wherever the, okay, I got it. So I'm gonna subtract minus f vector 0.f 0.f, and then I'm gonna subtract 25, right? So we're gonna start 25 units under the root, and then those, that should bring the top of the box right under the feet of the character. Right? It creates like doubles, man. Like, oh wait, hold on. And this needs to do the same thing. So they start at the same place and they end at the same place, and that's where the half height is. Yep, just like that. And I think this should solve the problem with, yeah. So let's go all the way up here. And we have two of them. This might take a while. I think I spawned way too high. Yeah, I think I'll implement falling from a certain height to kill you in the game, but just for development, this will work. So let's see. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Lord. And just to make it a little bit neater, I'll create local variables. And I'll initialize this with move vector down, right? And actually, let us create another const f vector, call this root, and we're gonna move this down by 25 units, and then we can duplicate this and call this end, and end will be start. And then we could use this down here. Okay, so that solves that problem. And put this right here. And let me just minimize this entire class or rather the implementation of this class. If there we go. And I don't need that anymore. And you know, I think that's a pretty successful. So I figured out one bug that was bugging me for a long time. Now I can fully jump from anywhere, and the landing animation will play guaranteed. Test it out right here. I'll roll. I kind of rolled too high, so I think I might want to make that box a little smaller. And we can test it out. Yeah, that box is kind of too high, so we can make it a little smaller. Let's try 15. Maybe 15 is still too big. Let us try. Let's try 10. Yeah, let's try 10 first. Because I want it to be just big enough that when I roll, it looks like my feet are hitting the ground, right? And we can see how big this box is. Stand on the edge. That's 10 units. There's no way that's 10. That's 10? That's still pretty big. Cause it was at 25. What does 5 look like? Oh yikes. I'm messing up. I need to be changing this, not this. Because I'm moving it up, see? I need to keep that at 25. And I need to change the half height to, let's try 10. Okay, it's kind of too small. Let's try 15. Oh, not 115, but 15. And let's try 15. So these two have to have the same like value so they can stay right under the feet. Right. That looks like a good height. Yeah, let's try that. And let's go all the way to the sky and test again. So not too high up, but like right here. High enough for my speed to really get high. That's still pretty high. The camera must be moving really fast because I barely moved. And all the way up here. So if this rolls, I'll be really happy. Okay, it didn't work. So I need 15 is too small. Let's try 20. I might have to keep it at 25. And I'll spawn from right there. This doesn't work, then 25 it is. Where's the other character? Okay, seems like 25. Come on, man. Like 25 it is. 25 it is. And I'm satisfied with 25. It's not perfect, but it works, right? And it looks good enough. It's not super duper. Whoa, look how fast this camera is moving. That's sheesh. All right, let's try one more time. Oh, that's a good height. Okay, this the client didn't roll. Why didn't the client roll, man? Come on. Oh man, this sucks. Let's let me go up here and jump from right here. Cause this is like a good height, right? And let go. Yep, something's that 25 was it, but now it's acting up. Now it's acting up. So let's move it to 30. Make it a bit bigger. Gotta stop acting up, man. What the hell? Bro. What the hell, man? I might say screw it. Oh, this thing's tripping. Let's see. I don't know what is going on. I think the problem can be if hold on. Right here. I will go here and say, just to test it out. If owning player OWNING, I don't know. Owning player, not if owning player and is okay. Let's see if this fixes it. Okay, that must be the That must be a. Maybe that's probably. Maybe that's a problem. Because I think the server is actually interfering with it. Because it's not being called locally. Yeah. And I'll try one more time. I'm up here, so I'm gonna pick a ridiculous height. It's a good height. Get as much speed as I can, and I expect it to work. Right, because the server must have been interfering with it. The authoritative character on the server. Yeah, so thanks Lord. So I'm gonna have to fix that, and I could test it one last. Oh, moving too fast. I can test it one last time over here, and right. Okay, so when I'm running, it doesn't work. Right. When I was holding shift and it didn't work, so but let me just jump down and not hold anything. And let's see how this works. It doesn't work. So it's pretty inconsistent for some reason. I don't know why it's inconsistent. Doesn't make any sense. Is it because the floor is not static or what? Let me check the floor right here. Floor is static right here. Static right there. Yeah, it's static, so I don't know, man. Like, it's pretty random. Because if I just do this, then it works on a server, and I don't think it worked on a client. But see, it works fine on the server, and it's random. Whatever. I'm gonna call it right there. I don't know why it's. I'm gonna have to keep praying for wisdom. But I'll leave it. Put it on 30. But I don't think I need to be on 30. But I'll just leave it there for now. Right. And I just want to see how big this. I want to see how big it is. The cube under my feet is okay. So you think that's big enough, but let me try 70 just to get an exaggeration. Right, so that's 70. If I go up here, okay, so seems like the bigger it is, the better it is. So I have to find the perfect height basically, because it'll work right now, guaranteed. right? So let's try 40. Because 30 doesn't work. And that's the highest one that I tried. Oh gosh. Okay. I think 40 is good. Just experiment. Last try, because I want to see how it looks like when I'm actually in game playing. So okay. Then, but that's the problem. See, when I jump, it takes the ground before I'm even on the ground. Like, it does this crap. Detects the ground and it does that. So one thing leads to another. I fix one thing and it breaks something else, man. Like, I'm telling you. I try reducing it to 35 and see if that works. See if this will work. Yeah, so it seems like the higher my speed, the bigger this needs to be, right? So I have to limit how fast my character's falling. Let's try 35. So I want to be able to jump without activating the jumping off of a ledge animation. Right, so okay. But would it work if I'm doing it? Okay. Good so far, good so far. Let's try right here with a client. Okay, I think 35 is the magic number, or the blessed number. And it's not that high, but I see it rolling. Nice. Let's try going a little bit higher. Right here seems like a good height, but pretty high. So get some coffee, get a drink, come back, watch a movie, and we'll still be in the air. Okay, if this roll works, I'll be really happy. I'm gonna even hold shift to like simulate, oh, wrong screen, to simulate myself like running in the air or something, right? Like different. Okay, server worked. Come on, don't grab anything. Nice. Okay, I'm happy. Yes, that's great. We're not on the ground, but it's not perfect, but it's better than nothing, right? can always just offset the animations down a little bit. Right. So let's look at I can just offset the animations down because I'm rolling in the air, right? Or I can try to reduce this to like 33. It's not gonna make a big difference, but you know what? I'm gonna leave it at 35. Wait, no, let's just try 33 first. Just want to find the absolute limit of where okay, 33 seems to work. Let's try going a little bit higher. Okay, I'll leave it at 33. Alright, well, that's it for today's stream. Thanks for stopping by. And stay blessed. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Get plenty of rest. And don't forget, may all the praise and glory be to the Father God, Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, through the power of His Holy Spirit. Amen.